Welcome back, chaps. This is a double espresso at 10:45 p.m. Do you know what they call that? A bad idea. Now, a lot of you might be losing right now in life, and what I mean by that is things aren't going the way you want them to. You're not making the amount of money you want. Maybe you've made some mistakes. Maybe you've done things that you're not proud of. Maybe you've not been the man that you're meant to be. And I want you all to know that any single one of you can reinvent yourself. And I'm going to run you through how I've done it many times in my life, for good and for bad. How I've been reinventing myself many, many times. And I think guys that win, guys that are successful, you learn to do this, because there's no point in staying the same man, especially if it's not getting you anywhere. The point of being a young man is that you have this chance to grow. So if you're in that place right now where you've made some mistakes, forgive yourself. It's okay. When you're young, you're growing up, you're learning. You're not going to be that guy. But it's a shame to stay in that place. You don't have to stay there. So I'm going to teach you how to reinvent yourself. The first thing that you need to know, the first concept of this, is very simple. And it is this one. People think that they know you. And what I mean by this is when you grow up in a certain area, people see what you do. So if you've got a bad reputation in an area, it's very hard to undo that. People put you in a box. So if you've got a criminal record, or if you've done bad things, or you're not good at school, you will find it very difficult to change somebody's opinion about you. Same with your friends and your family. If you've not been a great guy, or if you're a lazy guy, people will put you in that box. So when you try and do something new, you say you're going to go to the gym more, you say you're changing your life, and you get all excited about it, and you run to them and tell them. That's why a lot of them, and I remember this myself, a lot of them will shoot you down by accident. They're not doing it on purpose, I don't think, but they'll say, yeah, sure you can, mate, sure you will, yeah, you can't do that. And it's because to them, all they've ever done is sort of known you. So the first thing I'd say about that is if you want to reinvent yourself in your current area, you need to not tell anyone. You need to just do things, show people with your actions, because then they can start to believe. When they see you've been going to the gym, maybe they'll comment to you, oh, I've seen you've been going to the gym a lot more. You trying to get in shape? And then you can say, yeah, actually, I'm trying to get in shape. And they'll go, oh, good on you. If you run up to them before you've done anything and say, look, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to do all this, you're excited about it, don't be surprised if they shoot you down. It's just human nature. It seems to be what people do. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. But understand that. So if you're going to stay in the same place, try and reinvent yourself, become a new man, you need to just do it. You need to keep it to yourself. Keep that as your secret. Show people, don't tell them. But my second tip is this. This is the number one tip for reinventing yourself, how you can make it so much easier. And that's to move away from your hometown, whether it be to the next city across where nobody knows you, or it be another country in the world. I would recommend moving somewhere where the odds are in your favour. Somewhere like Thailand, where blonde hair is seen as a beautiful thing and the women are crazy for you. But the thing about moving away, and I've done it twice. The first time I did it, I moved to Bournemouth from my hometown, and I was going to university. Now the problem with this was, and many young men will face this, you get the chance to reinvent yourself when you go to university. But the problem is, most of us reinvent ourselves badly. We reinvent ourselves the opposite way. We reinvent ourselves into a worse person. Because we're around new people, we feel this peer pressure, we want to be cool, and we end up acting out of sorts. So the second time I moved away was to Thailand. I moved from Bournemouth, where I'd reinvented myself into not the best person, certainly not bad, but not the person I wanted to be. And the second time I decided I'm going to move countries and I'm going to become a new person. And the beautiful thing is, as soon as you move, you get this new perspective. This perspective of, I can do anything I want. I can be any person I want to be. I can dress any way I want to dress. And nobody's going to tell me, oh, you look different. What are you doing different? Well, no one's going to have a complaint about it because nobody knows you yet. So when you meet new people, you can tell them whatever you want about who you are, and they'll believe you. They'll take you at face value. You tell them you're a social media person. They'll be like, okay, cool. You tell them you're a writer. They say, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Just tell them you're an ad marketer. Tell them you're a porn star. Whatever you want to tell them. People, when you meet them, they're not going to turn around and go, no, you can't be that. You were a candlestick maker before. Oh, God, I'm so silly. Why am I so silly these days? I don't know, boys. I remember a distinct feeling when I arrived in Thailand, like something had been unlocked. the ability to, especially for me, it was to go on camera. So that's a very interesting feeling. I was suddenly like, oh, I could talk on selfie because I don't mind if people see it, because I'm not hearing any of the reactions around home. I'm not hearing what people think about me. So none of these people know me. If I walk around with a camera, it's fine. You get this sense of freedom, this new perspective, and you get all these new people that don't know who you are yet. So the number one way to reinvent yourself in terms of a reputation is to go to a new place. But you must be careful. You must choose wisely who you decide to become, because it is up to you. Like I mentioned before, I've reinvented myself and been a worse person in university, decided to be the guy that was the craziest guy. For some reason, when I got to university, I decided the reinvention for myself that I want is I'm going to be the craziest guy ever. I'm going to be the hardest partier. I'm going to bang the most chicks. I'm going to be the most ruthless young lad that they've ever seen. And I fulfilled my destiny, and I become a person that I didn't really want to be. It wasn't very good for me, and I've got this reputation that is very hard to shake. People, if I've met people from university now, they go, who's this? Who's this new guy? I mean, you're fucking miles away from that, who that was before. And I'll say, yeah, I mean, for guys, we have these stages of our lives we have to move through. So, boys, reinvent yourself. You are not stuck in the box that you feel you're stuck in. You have the ability to become whoever you want to be. And the number one way of doing that is to move away from home, choose the right person that you want to be, work hard towards it, and get down all the basics. A very easy way to reinvent yourself when you go to a new place is to back it up. Some new clothes, a new haircut, a new style, a new job. You just have to change location, change people. And then you can go back, and you go back with strength. When I go home, I come back as a new person. People see your journey. They probably see it on Instagram, social media. They see who you're becoming, and because they're not around you, they start to make this story up about you. Oh, what he's doing in this different country. He's become this whole nother guy. You become mysterious. You become quite cool. So to anyone who feels stuck in the box, who feels like they are unhappy with the way they are right now, you do not need to remain that way forever. You can reinvent yourself right now. You just need to make a plan. If you're going to do it in your hometown, don't tell people. Just start doing stuff. Show them with your actions. But what I would recommend to any young man really is that you move to a new town, to a new city, to a new place. The amount that you grow, I was talking to Jack, my best friend Jack, he's just come here 2 days ago. So he's in Thailand now. We're making vlog content together, which you guys will be looking forward to. This Sunday, 20 cold approaches in a row video. See what the stats are, see how many I get turned down by, how bad my rejections are, if any girls actually want to speak to me. So we'll see. We'll see how many numbers I get. But I was speaking to Jack yesterday and I said, mate, you will not believe the amount that you grow in Thailand. And I think it's true for any country. Since I got here, every single month has felt like a year. Each month I've grown so much, because when you're at home, you've been living there for, let's say you've been there 18 years. You figured everything out. You know the people, you know where the best pubs are, you know the shops. Your brain needs that adventure as a young man. You are Frodo Baggins. You are stuck in the Shire. You have not seen the world, and therefore you've not grown and developed. Oh my God, I've just realised that. That movie is such a beautiful metaphor for life for a young man. You are stuck in the Shire. Everyone knows you as a little hobbited Bagginses. You're a hobbit Bagginses at the moment. And what you need to do is become the man that you're meant to be, the man you want to be. You need to find that adventure. And that adventure is found elsewhere, through your dreams, through the pursuit of whatever you want as a young man. So, boys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to join the tribe, if you want to triple your testosterone, feel more confident, get more women, have more sex drive, have bigger muscles, check out the course below. Come join the group, come chat with me, DM me. But apart from that, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you on the next one. Whoopah, whoopah, whoopah! Yeah!